What up, y'all? Y'all know it's old Cliff. Hey, so what I'm gonna talk about is I made a video this morning talking about an article that AL.com come out with that said they're going to increase the prison population in Alabama by a third by 2030. That's only 5 years, y'all. That they're planning on adding 8 more thousand inmates. Got 24,000 men total. They plan on adding another 8,000 in 5 years. Okay, but they're only building another prison that'll hold 4,000 people. So, like, where where they gonna go? I mean, they're already over capacity, y'all. Way over. A lot of these prisons, the gyms. Like when I first got to Ventress, if you'll Google up on TV, Ventress is designed to hold 900 people. When I got there, it had 1,400 people. That's 500 more than what was supposed to be there. The gym that they had for us to play basketball or uh, ping pong or whatever, they had all kind of stuff in the gyms. They had a gym. It was Rack City. Rack City is a term that I use. A lot of people use it, but I definitely use it. Rack City to me is when a jail or prison takes an empty space or an open walkway and they just pack racks in there, and I call that Rack City. And that's the way the gym was at Ventress when I got there. There was no room in that gym for nothing but bed. They filled it plumb full of beds, and then before I left, they emptied it out. But they didn't let all them people go home. They just moved them to another prison and overpopulated that one for a while. And that's a common thing. Um, but what I want to talk about though is how the politicians in this state, like, they pass laws, but they don't tell you nothing about them. Used to, they had newspapers, okay? And the newspaper would tell you, they would keep up with this stuff. This is what the legislator's talking about. This is what the House of Representatives is, uh, discussing on passing on the next session or blah, blah, blah. Now, unless you're like a watchdog or you're somebody like me that goes and tries to look for articles like that to read, you'll know nothing about it. Like, matter of fact, I seen an article last week. It said, tomorrow, October 1st, here's what all new laws go into effect in Alabama. How many of y'all even knew that they even passed any new laws? Most people didn't. But they passed six or no, at least 10 or 12 laws they passed that changed. And it's changes to existing laws. So people's thinking one thing. I'll tell you something. Let me tell y'all something and just think about this for a minute, how crazy this is. So when I was in prison, anybody that had a shooting into an occupied dwelling charge, they had like 30 and 40-year sentences. Okay? And what that means is basically if you get into it with somebody and they I don't know, punch you and jump in their car and try to take off and you shoot at their car when they're leaving, that's shooting into an occupied dwelling. Or if you drive by somebody's house and shoot, into their house or whatever, that's shooting into an occupied dwelling. Well, everybody that had that charge, they had 30 and 40 years. Well, now they've changed it to a life sentence. But check this. Instead of just shooting at that car, you would be better off to run the guy down and shoot him and kill him and get a manslaughter charge. Because on a manslaughter charge, you can be out of prison in 10 years. But what I'm saying is if you kill the man, you'll be home in 10 years. If you just shoot at him and don't hit him, you're going to do 15, 18, 20 years before you get to come home. Now, how does that make sense to y'all? I mean, for real, think about that. So if you get into it with somebody Don't shoot at their vehicle. Just go ahead and shoot them, because you're going to get more time for shooting at them than you're going to get for shooting them. And that's like backwards, but that's how it is. So, manslaughter charge only carries 20 years. You do 10 of that, they'll let you out on parole. You know? But if you shoot at somebody's car and you get a 30 or a 40, you got to do, they'll give you a 20-year setup or something. What that means is, if you get a 40-year sentence with a 20-year setup, that means you got to do at least 20 years before you're eligible for parole. That don't mean you're going to get it. That just means that after 20 years, you can come up for parole. And then if they deny you, guess how long they set you off for? Up to 5 years. So then now that 20 years you've done goes to 25. And then if you got people that was in that car showing up at the parole hearing and saying, no, don't let them out, guess what? You ain't getting out. But if you shoot the man and kill him, and then just say, hey, you know, they come over here messing with me, you know, blah, blah, blah. Hell, you ain't going to get but a 20. You may not even get that. You might even get a 15 or something. But that's so weird. Like, you can kill somebody and be out in 10 years, but you can shoot at somebody and have to do 20 or 25 years. Like, it don't make no sense at all to me. And now they just raised it up to a life sentence. And I'll tell you what else they throwed in that a lot of people don't know about. Starting October 1st last week, police have full immunity now. Like, if they beat you up out on the side of the road or whatever, and you want to sue them or whatever, it says full immunity except for reckless circumstances. But what they don't tell you on that, do you know who decides if it's reckless or not? A judge from the same county of that officer that you're going to sue. So they work for the same employer. Do you think that judge is going to say, yep, this officer's reckless. We need to let this man sue us and get us for about 8 or 10 million? No, they're gonna say, oh no, cop was in he acted within his authority. Case closed. Don't, and ain't nothing you can do about it. A judge from hypothetically, if a Madison County police officer illegally gets you out of your car, illegally roughs you up, all that, and you think that you fixing to go get a lawyer and sue them and all that, and you're going to get the body cam footage and all that and show and get in court and show everybody, they're not going to give you the body cam footage anymore. Why would you pass a law to not give away body cam footage? And there's only one reason why you won't give away body cam footage. That's because there's something on there that you don't want the public seeing the cops do it. I mean, if the cops did nothing wrong on a traffic stop and somebody's filing a lawsuit, show the footage. If they didn't do nothing wrong, the judge will throw it out right there on the spot. But y'all know, they know why they keep you from seeing it. And that's because they know that if they release all the body cam footage, they won't have no money because they'll be in so many lawsuits, it'll be pitiful. See, and people don't know that because they don't tell nobody. They don't want you knowing that. They want you to think, yeah, wait till this officer roughs me up and does all this. Wait till I go get me a lawyer. It ain't like it used to be. A lawyer going to tell you, man, 3 or 4 years ago we could have did something, but, now that they passed this new law, I'm sorry, but I can't do nothing for you, bud. You just going to have to take them lumps and go on. So, I mean, that's crazy that the person, they ought to have a counsel or something. Like, if you're suing somebody from Madison County or Lincoln County or Jackson County or Marshall County or anywhere like that, any county, a judge from that county shouldn't be the one who decides if the officer acted in discretion or not. It should be a completely unbiased person that don't have any ties to that county. Because think about it. Why would a judge want to let his county get sued and lose $15 million or $5 million? They don't. I mean, they all work for the same person. Why do you think that they would, so it's crazy, man, that way they go about passing laws and stuff like they don't. Y'all, I'm sorry, I got a little gnat that's about to piss me off. But yeah, I don't know why they won't. They don't feel it's important to let the public know. The only time that they feel it's important to talk to you, the politicians, is right here coming up in another year or so, or yeah, when they want that vote. They'll stand on your front porch and, man, how's your grandma and them been? Oh man. And as soon as they walk off that porch, you won't hear another word from them. Not one. All they want is your vote. And once they'll sell it, they'll bullshit you and they'll talk about your family and, man, I know so and so, and man, they good people, and man, y'all, I just need y'all to vote for me. I'm trying to change something. Been in there 20 years, ain't changed a damn thing. And then, like, come on. Like, I'm going to say this, and I don't care. I'm just going to say it. There's a group of people in this world from about 65 years old, 62 to 65 on up, that were raised in a different time, in a different era, okay? And they just refuse to adapt to the times. I mean, look at Nick Saban. Y'all think Nick Saban wanted to quit coaching football? No. Nick Saban quit because he didn't want to deal with the NIL and all that. You know what I mean? Like, so anyway, it's their frame of mind. Like, they will never be open-minded about certain stuff. They'll never, like, I mean, they got a hardline stance on all these things, and they'll never change. We've got to get in the people from about 40 to about 55. That's the age group that we need to be elected to pass the laws. For real. Because I'm telling you, I mean, think about it, y'all. If somebody's done 6 terms in the Congress or the House or whatever, and ain't nothing been done, what makes you think that the 7th term's going to be the one? It ain't. They're just riding the gravy train, y'all. Free insurance, free perks, free hobnobbing, a good salary. All of them's already millionaires, so the money don't mean nothing to them. That's just money to pay their bills with. It's, yeah, I just don't understand why people keep re-electing people that never do nothing. They never do what they promise. And then the next election, they'll swear up and down, I'm going to change, I'm going to get it right this time, I'm going to fix some stuff. And as soon as that election's done, guess what? Ain't nothing happening. Ain't nothing changing. It's just I don't know, man. It's until that age group of people, because I know somebody that's in that age group, and it don't matter what you say, you gonna be wrong. I don't give a damn what you bring, what kind of rebuttal you got or whatever. You will never be right with these people. They set in their ways for so long that it don't matter. They'll tell you, I don't give a damn if it's wrong or not. We're doing it this way. Like, you sitting there trying to tell them, hey, I believe if we do it this way, it'll be a little easier. I don't give a damn if it's wrong or not. We're going to do it my way. And that's who's passing our laws. I just don't, they're not open-minded, so I don't see them sitting down and having discussions about anything. I asked a politician a while back, I said, hey man, did you vote on that police immunity bill? He goes, which one's that? Well, you voted yes for it, so you ought to know what it is. But he didn't even know. I asked him, I said, did you vote on uh Bill so and the number? And he goes, which one is that? And I'm like, dude, you voted yes for it, and you don't even know what bill it is. That's how serious our politicians take it. Y'all listen. I don't care if we vote on 100 bills. If I'm in that, if I was an elected person, and we vote on 100 bills, I'm gonna know every one of them 100 bills. I mean, I'm gonna read them. I'm gonna make sure that if one of my constituents come to me and says, "Hey, man, explain this right here, this HB 155 or whatever." Okay, let me tell you what's going on with it. You know, and you ask them, "Hey, did you vote on HB so and so? Oh, which one's that?" Now I done went and looked and seen how they voted, so I know that he voted yes on it. So I'm like, dude, like, were you even there? I mean, you got to question stuff like that. I mean, if a guy voted yes on something and then not even 2 weeks later he don't even remember what he voted on, I don't know. That's kind of funny. So, but anyway, yeah, that I kind of got off sideways there. But the whole main topic is they do this stuff under the cover of dark, Like they don't inform us. They spend all summer down there coming up with this crazy stuff, and then right there before October, before they get ready to go home, they'll pass it all through, and then they'll just come out and say, "Oh yeah, by the way, starting October 1st, if you break any of this right here, you will be going to jail." Thank y'all. They don't even care. Like, I mean, they don't. I mean, what if one of those elected officials, his whole constituency was against one of those bills? Do you think he went and stopped and asked them, "Hey, how do y'all feel about this? Since y'all voted me in, since I wouldn't be here without y'all's votes, how do y'all feel about it?" Do you think that they ever do that? You know why? Because, like I said, when they leave that front door right there, that's it. You're not. When they get out of the car walking to your front door, you're something to them. When they see that they got your vote, you ain't shit to them no more. And that's just the bottom line right there, y'all. I'm out of here on that.